Alright guys, let's take a look at Pudgy Penguins, or PENGU, on the channel once again. Now the last time we looked at this was down here on the 22nd of April, guys. So you can see that we did get a massive candle that day. And actually my video was titled Pudgy Penguins, PENGU is about to make a massive move. So basically it has made that massive move. It's actually doubled. I don't think that's it though, guys. I do think this is going to continue going much higher. Now, I do want to look at this, and yeah, you can see it was kind of making this cup, and it looks like it wants to make the handle early. So now, keep in mind there's going to be some deviations, of course, here and there. For example, you do see this deviation here. You see a little bit of a deviation here. So basically, you know, this is just a small deviation. I do think this could continue up, and it wouldn't be that big of a deal, guys. So we do have a weekly resistance, as you can see. We've been rejected here, 3 days from the last week or so. And yeah, we do need to cross the 1.28 cents mark. And then right after that, we got 1.35 cents on a daily time frame. After that is 1.55 cents on a daily time frame as well, guys. And then you have a huge gap. Really, there's no resistance here. So that's actually a pretty good thing. So I do think this will probably go up another 40 or 50% here in the short term, guys. Now, I want to talk about the RSI and Stochk RSI here real quick. Now, anything higher than the daily doesn't make sense to look at. It's not really old enough. And the Stochk RSI looks like it might start curving back up here shortly. Now, the RSI is flirting with being overbought. 4 hour on the Stochk is flirting with being overbought again. The RSI is kind of going flat here, but in neutral territory, so that's okay. The 1 hour, it is coming up. It just got out of the overbought, actually oversold region, I should say. And the, RSI is in the middle. It is turned to the downside a little bit though. Now, 15-minute, let's just take a look at this. Pointed, heavily to the downside, and kind of going flat here on the RSI. So basically, guys, I do think it still has a little bit room to run here. But I do think it will just cool down. Honestly, I think it will go a little bit more sideways here. It may come up to this line at 1.28, 29, cents. And I don't think it will break it anytime probably this weekend, honestly, if I'm just, going to guess. I think it's just going to go a little bit sideways because it had a massive run, guys. I mean, look at this run all the way from the 16th of April. I mean, it's basically almost quadrupled. Oh, actually, no, it's tripled. But yeah, it did actually quadruple at one point almost up here at the top on the 28th. So yeah, it does need probably a little bit of a cool down. And I do think that will take place over this weekend. And probably at the beginning of next week, I do see this running maybe a little bit higher. Also, let's take a quick look at the MACD here. It actually... Yeah, it started printing back in January, and it is higher than it's ever been, but this doesn't have a long history, guys. But yeah, this was a pretty deep dive down here. But again, it's not a long history. Let me go to the 4 hour time frame, and let's see what this looks like. It's just really hard to judge, the MACD when it doesn't have much history. So yeah, on the 4 hour time frame, it can run up to 0.002, which is not that high. When you look at other cryptos, of course, but to see that it's just down here at 0.0002, yeah, it can run up 10 times or so, and yeah, it does actually look pretty good. It is printing some green candles. However, we do have a light green candle here, not dark green, so maybe it will start to curve back around and come down. So yeah, like I said, guys, I do think it's going to cool down just based off the RSI and things. I don't think we're going to break this green line anytime before that. So, let's see. It is kind of, printing a little bit of a flag here on the 4 hour time frame. as well. So let's do something. Let's just take a look at this real quick. And okay, we'll put that there. I know it's not a trend line, but that's okay. Now, if I straighten this out a little bit, let's just put this here. Maybe, yeah, right there. I think that's a little bit better. I think it's getting a rejection. So, yeah, let's just say if it breaks out to the upside, which I do think it will, it's probably going up here to this resistance, basically. So it'll probably gain enough momentum to break this weekly resistance at some point, but it'll probably, I think, be stopped by the 1.35 resistance. Now, taking a quick look at their website, guys, it finally works on my PC somewhat. I did look at this a little bit before this video, and this marketplace is blocked. So I'm not sure why it's blocked for me, but let me go back to Pudgy Penguins here. And yeah, I mean, the rest of the website really works for me. So yeah, you can check it out, guys, but they do sell some like NFTs, I think, here somewhere, and they do sell like these shirts and hats and things. So yeah, it is a functional website for the most part, and yeah, you can, I think, buy NFTs here. I haven't really checked it out too much, guys, but that's what the website looks like. Now, Pudgy Penguins itself, the tokenomics, guys, this is the max supply. So you have all these 8s, but basically 88.8 billion. And if you look at the all-time high, it was almost at 7 cents. So you're getting about an 83% discount at the moment. That is back actually when I sold it. So I sold it up here at about 6.8 cents, honestly, when it was airdropped to me on Binance. So yeah, but I did pick this up in steps, and this is what I have right now. Now, taking a quick look at Bitcoin, guys, we are getting a little bit of a pullback today, but it's just a minor pullback. So yeah, not too bad. Do expect that we could, surge to the upside on Monday if we continue to the downside, because it will create a CME gap. Now, Ethereum, guys, we are being held down by this long-term trend line, and we haven't really touched it since actually end of January. And at some point, we are going to have to deal with it. So let me zoom in here so you can see we are getting fairly close to this now, but we are staying within this channel. So, however, another thing is we are keeping the 1795, which is a good thing, because we were going kind of like in and out, over and under basically of that line. And so far we are holding it, but, I don't have much faith in Ethereum, unfortunately. And I think there's just better cryptos, guys. Now, taking a quick look at the market cap excluding Bitcoin, we keep going over and under, basically in and out of 1.04 trillion. And we need to, once and for all, clear this line and move to 1.08. As for the dominance, guys, it just keeps going up, and unfortunately it still looks pretty healthy. And the target is still up here at 65.2 for now. But I would like us to, really break down, especially for altcoin holders. Now, taking a look at the liquidation heat map, very tame. Only 126 million basically have been wrecked in the last 24 hours. Fear and greed, 65. We have cooled down a little bit since yesterday, so that's okay. I would like to see it come down a little bit further. Guys, this is amazing. Altcoin season index is a 29 for some reason. I am really perplexed at how we got to a 29. Because yesterday we were talking about 16 and the dominance continues up. You just saw it. So no idea why we're 29. If this is a glitch, let me refresh this even. Yeah, still a 29, guys. So anyways, bull market peak indicators still 0 from 30. The best indicator does look like it wants to curve back up, though, in my opinion. Let me know what you think in the comments below, guys. But this is the Pice Aqua Top indicator, and they have to cross for the bull run to be over. So it does look like it wants to curve back up, though. Now, next week, we do have some small, numbers coming economically. Monday, some PMI. We do have some ISM numbers on Monday as well. Tuesday, not much is going on. Wednesday, we do have the interest rate decision. This is probably the most important part of the week, plus the press conference. So we need to see what they say about the future. And Thursday we do have some jobless claims here, and then Friday we have a lot of speakers on Friday. So yeah, be prepared maybe for some volatility depending on what they say. Now the odds of getting a cut, guys, in the next 4 days is pretty slim. It's 97% that we're not getting a cut. You know, there's still about 3% of people holding out hope that we're going to get a cut. But in my opinion, probably at this point we know, and we got pretty much all of our bigger economic data already. So yeah, it looks like no cut. Now, the crypto bubbles, it's pretty much red for the day, red for the hour, red for the week now, unfortunately. But PENGU, as you see over here, is a 12.1% winner. Now on Coinondo, we don't have anything about Pudgy Penguins here, but I do know I am staking mine in Binance, so that is at least one place. I'm not sure why it says no deals are found here when it has Binance in this. Anyways, if you want to look for any other coins, guys, go to Earn here, and you can look for whatever you want. They pretty much have almost everything, and be careful. Sometimes it is a little bit off or wrong, and you do have to check it sometimes before you start sending coins around. Anyways, guys, if you like this video about Pudgy Penguins or PENGU, like, subscribe, activate the bell, share this with your friends. Look at some of the deals I have for the exchanges below, guys. It will really help me if you sign up through me. And yeah, if you want to become a member of the channel for only about $2, I will put you in the Telegram, and you will get all the notifications from Bitunix, guys, like this. Now, keep in mind, Bitunix is a great tool. They do have a lot of other indicators and things. It's not just about measuring like this. But yeah, you will get that in the Telegram. I will forward everything that affects Bitcoin immediately, and you will know pretty much what's going on with the markets. But I can say this is, a great part of Bitunix, but there's plenty of more tools there to check out, guys. So I urge you to check it out. And anyways, thank you guys a lot, and I'll see you in the next one.